Do you know, the key to my success as a senior manager and leader comes from one word, and this one word has been with me since the early part of my career. In fact, I think even throughout my childhood, it's been there. That's the word respect. That word respect is underpinned by a philosophy that I have held dear to me over the last number of decades, to be honest. And that philosophy is that we are all created equal in value, but different in function. So it doesn't matter what your religion is, or what caste you are from, or what agenda you are. It is irrelevant. What is relevant is that together we are equal as human beings. That's the way we're created. That's the way. So our jobs can change from one day to the next. It doesn't matter about the job. What matters is about the relationship between people and that respect that comes from that. So what we do comes from who we are, and being at peace within yourself. From there, respect for others will flow. So look for the flow. It should not be a hard thing. It's not a forced thing. It's a natural flow that sits there. And that's the key to being a good leader. I think the three most important leadership qualities are to listen and to engage and to take action. You need to listen to your team. You need to listen to your mentors and your leaders and those people that have been placed in your life and around you. They're there for your protection, not to tear you down. And to listen to your customers. Your customers will be very straight with you. They'll tell you whether they're getting the levels of service or quality or whatever that is being provided by your organisation. So listen to them all. You need to engage and hear the heartbeat of your people and the community. Why the community? Because the community is where your people come from. What's important to community flows through into your organisation. So you need to understand the level of importance of the heartbeat of that community. Absolutely critical. You know, we've been born with 2 ears and only one mouth. And so there's a ratio that's there. We need to apply that. We need to listen more than we talk. And sometimes for some of us, and you know, I'm one, sometimes it's a bit harder to do a little less talking and a little more listening. But be conscious about that. People want to be heard. When you finish the conversation, they want to know that what they have had to say has been received on your side. Then take action. If you say you're going to do something, do it. That's right, do it. Don't sit on it. Follow up and then confirm the outcomes. So don't just do something and then leave it and assume that things are right. Follow up. Has there been a better way of making, providing the service or making the product or whatever it is that you've done? Follow up and make sure that the outcomes are confirmed. And be open to feedback. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, it doesn't matter. Be open to that feedback. Hear what people have got to say. Really important. As far as crisis management is concerned, you need to be teachable, you need to be steadfast and stand firm, and you need to be flexible. So being teachable, meaning that no one person has the answers. You know, in the middle of a crisis, sometimes you just don't see these things coming. And a good leader knows how to bring his team together and bring people together to be able to find the answers. Often the answers come from frontline people. They're the ones that know the business intimately well, better than you do, because they're doing it on a day-to-day basis. So you need to hear what they've got to say and give them opportunity to be part of the solution. Being steadfast and firm, you know, sometimes you have fears and inhibitions and a sense of even unworthiness, perhaps. You need to stand firm in those times, regardless. If you're standing on the edge of a rock near the waves and the waves are beating in, what would you do? You'd make sure your footing was firm, wouldn't you? So that if the wave comes and hits you, that you are standing firm and that you don't lose your balance. So stand firm, be steadfast, because others need you to be that way. Be flexible. Things can change rapidly, and you know, responsiveness to the lead and the lag indicators are really important as a leader. So sometimes there are lead indicators that lead up to a time of crisis. And if that happens, and you're on the ball and you can see what's going on, you may be able to avoid the crisis in the first place. So be close to your business, and that comes back to the things I was talking about before of listen, engage, and taking action. Don't be so rigid in the execution of your business crisis management plan. Things change, things are fluid. When you wrote that plan, you weren't in the middle of a crisis. And there are dynamics in a crisis that you don't anticipate. So be flexible and responsive to that. The top tips for future and upcoming leaders is really simple. Believe in your people. Absolutely believe in your people. They are the key to your success as a leader. If you don't have any people, you're not a leader. What are you leading? You need to believe in the people that you have around you and empower them and give them a sense of being valued in the organisation. They will respond well if they feel valued and they feel that they're a part of something bigger than themselves.